Welcome back to VIP Auto. Toyota's best-selling SUV is about to get a major refresh. The 2026 RAV4 is coming with an all-hybrid lineup and a cabin that feels more premium than ever. This isn't just a minor facelift, it's a bold step into Toyota's electrified future, with upgraded tech, refined materials, and efficiency numbers that will make competitors nervous. For 2026, Toyota is dropping the non-hybrid gasoline versions entirely. Every trim, from the base LE to the flagship Limited, now runs on a hybrid system. The standard setup pairs a 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine with 2 or 3 electric motors, depending on whether you choose front-wheel or all-wheel drive. Output starts around 219 horsepower for most trims, while the performance-focused Prime plug-in hybrid pushes well over 300 horsepower for drivers who want speed and efficiency in one package. Toyota says the new hybrid system improves low-speed torque, making the RAV4 feel more responsive in city driving. Estimated fuel economy is expected to land in the mid-40s for MPG combined on the standard hybrid, while the plug-in Prime aims for up to 40 miles of all-electric driving before the gas engine kicks in. Before we dive deeper into the interior and tech upgrades, don't forget to subscribe to VIP Auto for the latest reveals, reviews, and buying tips on upcoming models. Inside, the 2026 RAV4 takes a clear step up in quality. Softer touch materials cover the dash and door panels, and Toyota has redesigned the center console for better storage. Higher trims now offer quilted leather upholstery, ventilated front seats, and ambient cabin lighting. A panoramic sunroof is available across more trims, and rear passengers enjoy increased knee room thanks to reshaped seatbacks. Tech has also been upgraded. Every RAV4 now comes with a 12.3-inch digital driver display and a standard 10.5-inch infotainment screen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Toyota's latest software supports over-the-air updates, voice-activated controls, and a customizable home screen. Available features include a head-up display, a 360-degree camera system, and a premium JBL audio setup with 11 speakers. For 2026, Toyota is expanding its safety suite as well. Toyota Safety Sense now adds intersection collision avoidance, improved adaptive cruise with lane change assist, and a driver attention monitor. Parking assist with automatic braking is available on most trims, making city maneuvering easier. On the design side, the exterior adopts slimmer LED headlights, a reworked grille pattern, and new wheel designs ranging from 18 to 20 inches. A fresh color palette includes a striking copper dust metallic, plus optional contrasting roof colors for XSE and adventure trims. Midway through the lineup, the XSE Hybrid offers a great mix of sporty looks and features, including blacked-out trim, two-tone paint, and manual paddle shifters for regenerative braking. At the top, the Prime plug-in hybrid adds unique styling cues, more aggressive front and rear fascias, and the fastest acceleration in the RAV4 family. Toyota estimates 0 to 60 miles per hour in the mid-5-second range. Cargo space remains a strong point, with over 37 cubic feet behind the second row and more than 69 cubic feet with the seats folded. A hands-free power liftgate is available, and the cargo floor can be adjusted for taller items. Towing capacity stays at up to 3,500 pounds on certain all-wheel drive hybrids, giving buyers plenty of utility. Pricing hasn't been officially announced, but early estimates suggest the 2026 RAV4 Hybrid will start in the low $30,000, with the Prime plug-in models landing in the low to mid-$40,000 before incentives. That positions it competitively against rivals like the Honda CR-V Hybrid and Hyundai Tucson Hybrid, while offering Toyota's proven resale value. With its all-hybrid powertrain range, upscale interior upgrades, and more advanced tech, the 2026 RAV4 is set to be one of the most well-rounded SUVs in its class. If you want to stay ahead of the curve on all things automotive, make sure you subscribe to VIP Auto. This is shaping up to be the RAV4's most compelling update yet. Don't miss what's coming next.
The 2026 Toyota Corolla sedan returns with a focused update that sharpens styling, refines drivetrains, and introduces a new special edition for buyers who want added character without sacrificing Toyota's reputation for reliability. In this video we cover engines, trims, features, and what that special edition delivers in practical terms. Mechanically, Toyota balances efficiency and usability. The base gasoline engine is retuned for smoother low-end response, while the hybrid pairs a compact gasoline unit with an electric drive module to maximize urban fuel economy. Transmission calibration improves response and reduces cabin vibration. The trim ladder is clearer. Entry models prioritize essentials and value. Mid-grades add comforts like heated seats and larger displays, and top trims bring premium materials, digital instruments, and optional head-up display. The special edition mixes exclusive exterior accents, custom wheels, and interior contrast trim, and includes selective mechanical tweaks, such as firmer dampers and revised drive mode mapping. Chassis updates reduce unsettled motion over rough pavement and improve mid-speed composure. Steering calibration favors linear feedback and predictable behavior, so the car feels confident in daily driving and during brisk lane changes. So which Corolla fits your needs? The efficient hybrid, the well-equipped mid-tier, or the new, special edition with its cosmetic and suspension changes? Comment below your thoughts. Inside, the Corolla benefits from smarter ergonomics and better materials. Soft touch surfaces at common contact points, improved seat bolstering, and a cleaner center stack raise perceived quality. Infotainment is faster, with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and a clearer UI. Safety tech remains central. Toyota Safety Sense enhancements include improved camera resolution, wider radar coverage, and refined lane centering logic to cut false alerts. Parking aids and cross-traffic detection feel more reliable, easing everyday maneuvers and boosting driver confidence. Practicality remains. Sensible cargo loading, flat-folding rear seats, and underfloor storage. Rear seat comfort works for adults on short trips and is ideal for children on longer drives. Higher trims add climate vents and charging points for passenger comfort. Real-world economy is decisive. The hybrid delivers clear gains in stop-and-go driving, while the refined gasoline option provides steady highway acceleration and efficient cruising. Toyota's focus on durability and efficiency translates to lower running costs over time. The special edition bundles visual and mechanical upgrades into one purchase rather than scattering options across add-ons, simplifying the buying decision and helping preserve resale value. Final thoughts. The 2026 Toyota Corolla sedan tightens a proven formula with upgrades to drivability, interior quality, and trim clarity. It's built for buyers who want features and low-stress ownership without gimmicks. The 2026 Lexus LX600 is a luxury SUV designed to blend commanding presence with thoughtful capability. This flagship model tightens its design language, improves chassis calibration, and expands technology so owners get both comfort and confidence whether they're on the highway or towing on the weekend. From the exterior, the LX600 announces itself with a strong grille, precise LED signature lighting, and sculpted surfaces that read as purposeful refinement. Lexus engineers balanced surface tension and panel fit, so reflections read cleanly under showroom lighting and at speed. Power comes from a twin-turbo 3.5-liter V6 calibrated to deliver torque early and a broad power band. That output translates to confident passing power on highways and enough low-end muscle to pull substantial loads without strain. For buyers who need hauling capability, the LX600's towing hardware and thermal controls are scaled for sustained performance. The chassis and suspension work together to offer a compliant ride at low speeds, while providing firmness and control when the road demands it. Adaptive damping and dynamic drive modes let the driver tune ride and response for relaxed cruising or more focused highway manners. Inside, Lexus commits to quiet refinement. Premium leather, layered trim, and meticulous sound insulation create a serene cabin. The infotainment is modern and responsive, with wireless smartphone integration, a large central display, and available premium audio that fills the cabin with clarity. Practicality is not sacrificed. The LX600 provides 3 spacious rows, a power-folding third row, and a cargo area that swallows luggage with ease. Load-in height is managed with power lifts and thoughtful cargo tie-downs, so daily life and long trips are both convenient. Safety and driver assist systems are comprehensive, leveraging improved sensor fusion and higher resolution cameras to enhance lane keeping, adaptive cruise, and intersection support. Lexus optimizes these systems to reduce false alerts while keeping reliable interventions. Which do you prefer? Towing capacity or interior luxury? Comment below your thoughts. On the road, the LX600 steering is weighted and communicative, matching the SUV's stature while remaining easy to place in tight traffic. Braking is strong and linear across conditions, aided by robust thermal management in the sportier packages. Trim options allow buyers to pick a configuration that suits their priorities: base luxury, sport-tuned variants, and bespoke editions that add handcrafted trim, exclusive paint, and upgraded suspension components. Pricing scales predictably, so buyers can clearly see the value move between levels. In short, the 2026 Lexus LX600 balances performance, towing capability, and cabin elegance in a single package. It's engineered to carry family, gear, and expectations. The 2026 Mercedes GLC arrives with a thoughtful refinement of a proven formula: sharper exterior lines, an upgraded cabin, and a smarter mix of driver assist and infotainment that work smoothly together. Mercedes tuned proportions to read more athletic in profile, while keeping the compact footprint that buyers value for urban and suburban life. On the outside, the GLC speaks Mercedes with a confident grille, LED signatures, and carefully sculpted fenders. The bumpers are more integrated, the wheel arches are subtly widened, and the balance of form and function leans toward premium utility. Subtle aero elements, flush detailing, and a coherent rear treatment give the GLC an elevated stance without shouting. Powertrain choices remain sensible. A refined inline-4 with mild hybrid assistance anchors the lineup for efficient daily driving, while a stronger turbocharged variant and an available plug-in hybrid add pace and usable electric range for short commutes. Transmission mapping is tuned for smooth shifts and balanced fuel economy, while optional adaptive damping helps manage ride quality across surfaces. Inside is where Mercedes has concentrated attention. The cabin blends high-grade materials, careful ergonomics, and a widescreen digital display layout that prioritizes clarity. Soft-touch surfaces meet contrast stitching, and seating supports are tuned for longer rides without sacrificing a premium feel. Practical storage and clever bottle holders show that luxury and sense can coexist. Infotainment evolution focuses on speed and relevance, faster interface responsiveness, clearer voice interaction, and better smartphone integration. The driver display is configurable and readable, while upper trims add augmented navigation cues and a larger head-up display for reduced distraction. Safety and driver aids are strengthened with improved sensor fusion and situational awareness. Features: lane keeping, adaptive cruise, and cross-traffic warnings work more harmoniously, reducing nuisance alerts and improving confidence on longer drives. Comfort and acoustics were improved with thicker glazing and extra insulation. On long journeys, the cabin remains composed and quiet, letting the available premium audio systems perform at their best without fatigue. Where does the GLC stand for you? A city-focused luxury commuter, a weekend road tripper, or a tech-forward compact luxury SUV? Comment below your thoughts. Practical considerations are not ignored. The The rear seat offers genuine space for adults. The trunk is shaped for everyday cargo, and the power tailgate simplifies loading. Optional packages add hands-free loading and modular cargo management. Driving the GLC shows a measured balance, agile enough for city maneuvers yet composed on highways. Steering is deliberate and communicative, and the chassis tuning keeps body motions under control when pushed. Trim structure is clean. Base models focus on value and core safety. Mid-packages bring comfort and technology, and top trims offer bespoke materials, larger wheels, and advanced chassis options. Pricing is positioned to compete with rival German and premium crossover rivals, with options that let buyers tailor ride and tech to budget. Final thoughts. The 2026 Mercedes GLC tightens a familiar recipe with measured upgrades that improve daily usability, comfort, and technology. For buyers seeking a compact luxury SUV that balances presence, interior quality, and practical features, the GLC is a compelling choice. Subscribe to VIP Auto for more in-depth breakdowns and honesty reviews. The 2025 Dodge Ram 1500 Longhorn brings premium craftsmanship to a full-size pickup, blending purposeful capability with refined comfort. Today we focus on three key pillars that define this truck's character: sound, interior, and exterior, and how they shape ownership for people who tow, work, and drive every day. From the outside, the Longhorn reads authoritative. A bold grille, refined LED lighting, and sculpted fenders combine to give it presence without excess. Detail work, wheel design, bumper finishes, and integrated steps balances utility with a premium look. Exterior function matters. Practical tie-downs, bed access, and robust bumper geometry are married to tidy styling, so the Longhorn looks composed whether loaded or parked in a driveway. Paint depth and panel fit are notably improved in the Longhorn specification. Sound is central to this truck's personality. Exhaust tuning, intake notes, and harmonic balance communicate intent. Before you even shift into gear, the Longhorn's engineers tune the voice to feel purposeful, yet controlled. Under the hood, you can choose modern gasoline V8s or diesel power plants depending on priorities. The Hemi V8 delivers immediate throttle response and a crisp, muscular tone. Diesel options emphasize low rev torque and a more muted, work-focused bark. Chassis tuning keeps the Longhorn planted under load. Spring and damper calibration, steering assist maps, and brake thermal management are selected to perform cleanly when towing and remain comfortable during daily driving. Inside the Longhorn, materials step up. Premium leather, contrast stitching, real wood or metal trim options, and carefully sculpted seating make long days less fatiguing. Storage solutions, large underseat bins, center console organization, and bed access features are thoughtfully placed. Infotainment and audio aim to match the cabin quality. A bright responsive touchscreen, clear voice integration, and an optional premium audio package provide excellent staging, so music and calls sound as good as the materials look. Noise, vibration, and harshness. NVH control is critical. The Longhorn limits intrusive frequencies with targeted insulation, tuned engine mounts, and tuned cabin geometry so the premium audio performs without fighting mechanical noise. Safety and driver assistance are comprehensive. Adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, trailer sway mitigation, and multi-view trailer cameras reduce stress on long hauls. These systems work together to make towing and maneuvering more predictable. Towing and payload features are engineered for real work. Integrated trailer brake controllers, load leveling options, and clear hitch guidance let owners manage heavy loads with confidence and minimal guesswork. Which would you pick? The diesel grunt for maximum low-end torque, or the Hemi V8 for sharper throttle response and its signature tone? Comment below your thoughts. Trim structure is clear. Work-focused trims concentrate on durability and low cost of ownership. Mid-level packages add comfort and convenience, and the Longhorn and higher trims deliver near-luxury materials and refined finishes. Pricing reflects capability choices and optional gear. Final thoughts. The 2025 Dodge Ram 1500 Longhorn pairs unmistakable sound character with a thoughtfully engineered interior and purposeful exterior detailing. For buyers who want a pickup that can tow, work, and still feel premium every day, the Longhorn is a strong contender. Today we're focused on the Toyota 4Runner Trailhunter, a trail-ready variant that mixes off-road capability with everyday usability. We'll examine three core areas: sound character, exterior detailing, and interior comfort to see what makes this 4Runner stand apart. Out front, the Trailhunter wears a purposeful face, a strong grille, integrated skid protection, and aggressive bumper geometry that hint at intent while staying refined enough for city life. Bodywork and stance matter. Wheel arches are pronounced. Glass proportions balance utility and visibility, and all-terrain rubber sits under robust alloy wheels that fill the arches properly. Sound is more than noise. The Trailhunter's exhaust and intake tuning give it an authoritative tone. Engineers tune resonance to feel purposeful without becoming intrusive in the cabin. Under the hood, you'll find a torque-forward V6 with responsive mid-range power and off-road friendly calibration. Expect crisp throttle response and an exhaust note that communicates capability when you ask for it. Chassis and suspension are tuned for mixed conditions, compliant enough for daily driving, yet with the travel and damping control to absorb rocks, ruts, and rough approaches. Inside, the Trailhunter blends rugged materials with practical luxury. Durable stitched surfaces, bolstered seats with all-day comfort, and smartly placed storage that supports gear and daily life. Infotainment and audio are focused and capable. A crisp touchscreen, clear voice integration, and an available premium audio package that fills the cabin without muddying the engine note. Which do you prefer? Off-road tuning or cabin quiet? Comment below your thoughts. Practicality is strong. Low liftover, configurable cargo, and clever tie-downs make loading and camping setups straightforward. Rear seat comfort is generous for adult passengers. Safety tech and driver assists are purposeful rather than intrusive. Adaptive cruise behavior tuned for trailers, multi-angle cameras, and hill descent control that builds confidence off pavement. Trailhunter's specific kit includes protective skid plates, reinforced bumpers, roof rack readiness, and available recovery points. Everything you'd expect for serious weekend exploration. On the road, the 4Runner Trailhunter feels deliberate, steering with measured feedback, braking that remains linear under load, and NVH choices that keep the cabin civilized at speed. Pricing and trims aim to separate tools from toys, a clear ladder of capability and comfort so buyers can pick the package that matches how they use the truck. Final thoughts. The Toyota 4Runner Trailhunter is tuned for owners who want authentic off-road capability without giving up daily usability. It's rugged, sensible, and unmistakably purposeful. Subscribe to VIP Auto for more deep dives and honest reviews. The new 2025 Maybach S680 Haute Voiture stands as a V12 statement, a sedan that blends ceremonial presence with meticulous craftsmanship. Today we dissect three pillars: sound character, interior architecture, and exterior composition, and why each matters to buyers who demand both pace and polish. Physically, the S680 reads like an operatic take on automotive luxury. A tall, upright grille, sculpted flanks, and long, composed proportions deliver presence without vulgarity. Two-tone manufacture options sharpen the silhouette. A deep nautical blue paired with Kalahari gold accents gives a regal tone under showroom lights. Under the hood, the V12 produces a low-frequency, layered voice that announces itself before speed shows on the dash. calibration, harmonic balancing, and exhaust routing let the V12 perform with nuance at idle and composure at full load. For enthusiasts, this is an old-world instrument modernized with precise thermal management and refined mapping. The chassis and suspension deliver Maybach balance, serene float for relaxed miles, and taut composure when asked to move with intent. Air suspension, active damping, and adaptive steering tune responses, so the car feels planted yet never nervous. Braking is linear, with thermal control that suits both urban runs and motorway work. Step inside and the cabin becomes the headline. Layered leathers, contrasted piping, and hand-sanded wood form an interior that rewards inspection. The rear cabin is crafted for occupants, with executive shelf storage, reclining rear seats, and a soundstage tuned for long wheelbase acoustics. Infotainment and sound systems match the cabin's intent. MBX interactions are swift. Optional premium systems provide room-filling clarity without stealing stage time from the V12. Materials are chosen to age gracefully. Every stitch and seam considered for longevity. Practical touches exist alongside ceremony. An arranged trunk, subtle load management features, and chauffeur conveniences that make everyday use simple. Build quality is exacting. Panel gaps and paint transitions are scrutinized to maintain the Maybach benchmark. Which matters more to you, V12 soundstage or rear cabin serenity? Comment below your thoughts. Safety and assistance are comprehensive but unobtrusive. Advanced sensor fusion, adaptive cruise with smoother transitions, and collision mitigation calibrated for refined intervention. The goal is to assist without interrupting calm. Trim choices and bespoke options let you express intent. Understated single-tone elegance, bold two-tone contrasts, or manufacturer treatments pairing unusual leathers and metals. Pricing reflects that bespoke mindset. A car for clients who prioritize presence and personalization. In short, the Maybach S680 Haute Voiture is a V12 Grand Tourer that prioritizes acoustic character, cabin craft, and an exterior that reads like a modern ceremonial piece. It combines engineering discipline with artisanal execution. Today, we take an uncompromising look at the 2025 BMW M8 Gran Coupe Competition, a four-door performance Grand Tourer that pairs V8 ferocity with crafted cabin detail. The M8 Gran Coupe wears presence in every proportion. A wide stance, low nose, and sculpted haunches give it a purposeful silhouette that reads aggressive in motion and composed under showroom lights. Exterior cues are both functional and aesthetic. An aggressive kidney grille, three-dimensional LED signatures, vented fenders, and aerodynamic touches that tidy airflow while sharpening the car's visual attitude. Under the hood sits BMW's S63 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8, tuned in competition spec to deliver 617 horsepower and 553 lb-ft of torque. This package is paired with an 8-speed M-Steptronic transmission and BMW's rear-biased M xDrive all-wheel drive. And performance numbers underline the point. A roughly 3.0-second 0-60 mph sprint, and a top speed governed at 155 mph unless the M-Driver's package is specified. That mix of explosive acceleration and controlled top end is central to the M8's argument. 1. The chassis hardware is bespoke M engineering, adaptive M suspension, active roll stabilization, and an electromechanical limited slip differential that keeps wheel spin honest while enabling a sharp, communicative steering feel. Step inside and the cabin announces a more civilized side of performance. Wrapped leather, metal trim, and a driver-centric dash combine with supportive bolsters and carefully tuned NVH, so the car feels both planted and livable on long drives. Seats and materials are hand-picked for the Gran Coupe. Contrast stitching, Alcantara or Merino options, and a broad center console that integrates tactile controls for immediate feedback. Which matters more to you, raw V8 sound or the composed cabin refinement? Comment below your thoughts. Infotainment is modern and quick. a widescreen BMW Live cockpit, precise driver displays, and a high-fidelity sound system that translates engine note and music with balance, so neither overshadows the other. Practicality is better than it looks. 4 full doors, a usable rear seat for adults, and a trunk with reasonable capacity for a performance-focused coupe silhouette. For daily life, the Gran Coupe is surprisingly adaptable. Safety and driver assistance are comprehensive without intruding. Lane guidance, adaptive cruise, and multi-camera visibility enhance confidence on high-speed runs and tight urban maneuvers. On the road, the M8 competition feels taut but refined. Braking is progressive and thermally managed. Steering is precise, and the suspension soaks imperfections without surrendering cornering poise. Trim levels and options let buyers decide where to lean. Pure performance with track-ready hardware, or a more curated long-distance specification with upgraded upholstery and driver aids. Pricing sits squarely in a 6-figure bracket for the competition Gran Coupe. 2. In short, the 2025 BMW M8 Gran Coupe competition blends a hard-charging V8 package with a cabin that's crafted for everyday use. A rare combination that can live on the track and still behave like a comfortable Grand Tourer. The 2025 Ford F-150 Shelby arrives as a concentrated expression of pickup performance. Shelby American tunes the F-150 into a multi-purpose super truck that mixes brute force power with practical capability and premium detailing. In this video, we focus on 3 things that change the ownership equation: sound character, interior quality, and exterior presence. The Shelby F-150 reads aggressive. A taller grille, sculpted hood, widened fenders, and bespoke bumpers give the truck a purposeful stance. Vented heat extraction, reinforced skid elements, and heavy-duty tow points remind you this is built to be used, not just admired. Under the hood, Shelby fits a supercharged 5.0-liter Coyote V8 in many packages, with power figures stretching into the high 700s on select Super Snake and off-road derivatives. That supercharged Coyote delivers a deep layered V8 voice at idle and a muscular surge when the throttle opens. A classic, American soundtrack refined for modern packaging. Performance numbers are startling. Depending on the Shelby package, you can see mid to high 700 horsepower ratings, 0-60 mph in the low 3-second range for the most extreme builds, and acceleration that feels more supercar than work truck. The result is a truck that tows and also outruns many sports cars on open road. Chassis and brakes are upgraded to match the power. Heavy-duty cooling, strengthened driveline components, upgraded brakes, and calibrated damping keep the Shelby composed under load and on spirited runs. The steering and suspension balance ride comfort and control, so daily driving is manageable even with extreme performance. Inside, Shelby treats the cabin as part of the package. Premium leathers, contrast stitching, Shelby-specific badging, bolstered seats, and upgraded sound insulation make the interior feel bespoke and purposeful. Infotainment is responsive, and premium audio options help the cabin sing so music and engine note coexist. Sound design is part engineering and part theater. Exhaust routing, resonators, and valved systems are tuned to give a confident V8 note under acceleration, and a more civilized tone at idle and cruising. For owners who value audio fidelity, this balance lets music perform without being overwhelmed by mechanical noise. Which would you pick? The supercharged punch for straight-line thrill, or a more pared-back Shelby package focused on trail capability? Comment below your thoughts. Practicality remains central. The F-150 Shelby keeps usable bed space, strong towing capability, and a lineup of driver assists that make hauling less stressful. Shelby's packages preserve function while adding capability and style. Pricing and availability vary by package and dealer. High performance. Shelby Super Snake and limited run builds command a premium that can push pricing well into the 6-figure range when options and extras are added. For shoppers, the Shelby F-150 represents an investment in capability and exclusivity. In short, The 2025 Ford F-150 Shelby is a rare truck that redefines expectations. A heavy-duty tool that also plays like a muscle car. It's loud when you want it to be, civilized when you don't, and striking to look at. The 2026 Hyundai Tucson arrives as a comprehensive update. Sharper in execution and more diversified across powertrains. In this breakdown, we focus on 4 pillars: pricing, standout features, interior ergonomics, and on-road performance. Visually, the Tucson has matured. Tighter panel gaps, a wider stance, and a confident lighting signature give the crossover a more premium presence under showroom lights. Functional details, tidy roof rails, a practical rear hatch, and purposeful lower cladding emphasize daily utility. Hyundai's powertrain strategy is pragmatic. Gasoline options remain for straightforward ownership, while hybrid and plug-in hybrid choices expand efficiency and torque fill. Each track, AWD, allocates traction where needed. Cooling and towing packages are offered on select trims for buyers who tow. Pricing remains competitive. Base trims target value buyers. Mid-level models add tech and comfort without a steep jump. And hybrid PHEV variants command a modest premium for battery hardware. Top trims move toward near-premium price bands when options are added. Inside, the Tucson focuses on utility paired with improved materials. Controls are intuitive. The touchscreen is brighter and faster, and switches are tactile. Seats are sculpted for long drives. Storage includes underfloor bins and smarter tie-downs, while the rear hatch geometry improves loading angles. Cargo capacity is competitive, roomy behind the seats and generous when folded. Hyundai's packaging emphasizes usable space over headline numbers, a practical advantage for families and weekend gear. On the road, the Tucson balances comfort and composure. Suspension tuning favors compliance with controlled body motion. Brakes are refined and steering delivers predictable feedback. Yatraki smooths traction transitions, and the hybrid's torque fill aids, city merges, and on-ramps. Tech and safety are stronger. Improved driver assists, better camera coverage, smarter adaptive cruise, faster navigation, and upgraded voice recognition. Premium audio systems are available on higher trims. Which version would you choose? Higher clearance AWD for weekend adventure, or efficient hybrid PHEV for lower running costs? Comment below your thoughts. For value-minded buyers, mid-trims often strike the best balance. For efficiency, choose the hybrid. For capability, choose H-Track AWD and the towing package. Fuel economy for hybrids targets notable gains. Mid to high, 30s mpg combined in certain trims, while gasoline models generally sit in the mid-20s combined. Trim guidance. Mid-level SEL-like trims deliver the best price-to-content ratio, while limited calligraphy-style packages add premium finishes and tech for higher budgets. Final thoughts. The 2026 Hyundai Tucson is a flexible compact SUV that broadens appeal through smarter packaging and a pragmatic powertrain lineup. It's designed to be useful, comfortable, and competitive across price tiers. Subscribe to vipauto for more deep dives and honest reviews. The 2025 Mercedes-Maybach S680 is among the last hand-built V12 luxury sedans. A clear statement of torque, refinement, and bespoke comfort. In this review, we focus on what buyers actually use: engine performance, cabin features and materials, pricing and personalization options, and how the car behaves day to day. On the outside, the S680 favors composed presence. Long wheelbase proportions, two-tone paint options, and a restrained grille give it a dignified silhouette. Under showroom lights, the deep navy blue metallic paint shows layered depth. Panel gaps and trim execution underline the Maybach approach to finish. Power comes from a hand-built twin-turbo 6.0-liter V12, configured for broad, low-end torque. That means effortless acceleration, refined throttle transitions, and a distinctive low-frequency soundtrack when you open the throttle. The 9-speed automatic and 4MATIC AWD Manage torque distribution so the car feels smooth and collected under normal driving and adaptable when you demand more. Ride and handling center on an advanced air suspension, adaptive dampers, and rear axle steering. Together, they isolate passengers from rough surfaces while keeping the body controlled under load. Steering is stable and deliberately weighted. Braking hardware is specified to resist fade and preserve composure at speed. The interior is where Maybach makes its case. Soft Napa leather, hand-laid wood, laser-etched metal accents, and extensive acoustic treatments create a hushed cabin. Rear seat passengers are prioritized. Reclining seats with massage, folding tables, dedicated M-Box rear interfaces, and optional refrigeration convert the rear into a private environment designed for rest or discreet work. Features include Burmester high-end audio, laminated acoustic glass, power-close doors, customizable ambient lighting zones, and manufacturer personalization, including bespoke paints and materials. These options allow buyers to configure truly unique cars at significant additional cost. Which matters more to you? The visceral V12 performance or the crafted rear seat experience that defines Maybach? Comment below your thoughts. Ownership realities. The V12 consumes premium fuel, and maintenance, tires, and insurance costs reflect that exclusivity. Pricing can escalate quickly with executive packages, manufacturer finishes, and audio upgrades. Buyers should build to their use case and not over-option, unless resale value is secondary. On the road, the S680 feels sovereign. Smooth acceleration, refined NVH, and a suspension that glides over long distances. It rewards a composed driving style, but can summon the hardware to perform when called upon. Final thoughts. The 2025 Mercedes-Maybach S680 is a crafted statement. Not for those seeking flash, but for buyers demanding an uncompromised rear cabin sanctuary and the final V12 experience in a sedan. Today, we get an exclusive close look at the all-new 2026 Honda CR-V, a compact SUV redesigned with sharper styling, smarter packaging, and powertrain choices that aim to please both commuters and families. Over the next few minutes, we'll walk every angle: exterior, interior, tech, and driving impressions, and explain who this CR-V serves best. Visually, Honda has refined the silhouette. The front end reads lower and wider, with narrow, full LED headlights and a more sculpted hood that gives the CR-V a confident stance. Character lines sweep cleanly toward the rear, and wheel designs now fill the arches with a sportier footprint. Trim details, finish quality, and tighter panel gaps lift the perceived value across the line. Under the sheet metal, there are multiple powertrain options tuned for different buyers. Turbocharged gasoline variants deliver sharper mid-range response for highway passing, while hybrid options focus on urban fuel economy and quiet low-speed operation. Honda's tuning leans toward usable torque and predictable throttle, not outright sporty aggression. A sensible approach for daily driving buyers. Step inside and the CR-V aims to feel more composed. Materials are upgraded in visible places, with softer pads on the dash and clean stitching across surfaces. The center stack centers the driver. The infotainment screen is larger with wireless mirroring, and the digital cluster is clear and functional. Storage is sensible: a wide center console, deep door bins, and a low cargo sill for easier loading. What do you think about the new design direction and the powertrain choices? Does this CR-V hit the sweet spot for 2026 buyers? Comment below your thoughts. On the road, the CR-V balances comfort and control. Suspension tuning soaks up imperfect pavement without becoming floaty, while body control keeps the chassis planted through tighter turns. Hybrid variants introduce smoother low-speed operation and immediate torque from electric assist. Turbo variants reward heavier throttle with confident mid-range power. Steering is communicative and braking is progressive. Honda's safety and driver assist suite remain central. Adaptive cruise is refined for smoother traffic transitions. Lane centering is less intrusive, and available sensors add redundancy for peace of mind. These systems are calibrated to reduce driver fatigue over long daily commutes. Trim strategy is straightforward. Value-focused base models, well-equipped mid-grades, and a top trim with near-luxury touches like upgraded leather, premium audio, and driver convenience features. Fuel economy and ownership cost expectations remain conservative strengths for Honda, and the CR-V is designed to retain value over years of ownership. In summary, the 2026 Honda CR-V broadens its appeal by blending refined design, flexible powertrains, and practical packaging. It's aimed at buyers who want a reliable, efficient daily driver with a hint of premium polish. If you're deciding between a turbo or hybrid, consider your driving mix. Long highway cruises favor the turbo. Urban stop-and-go rewards the hybrid. Thanks for watching this VIP auto breakdown. Tonight, we step into the hush and the drama of the 2025 Maybach S Night Series, a limited, curated expression of blackout luxury that reimagines presence after dark. This Night Series is not louder. It is more deliberate. Matte and gloss blacks are layered, chrome is mostly absent, and every surface is tuned to absorb and sculpt light. Over the next few minutes, we'll walk the exterior stance, sit inside the cabin cocoon, inspect the tech that defines modern Maybach, and explain who this Night Series is built for. From the curb, the Night Series reads like a silhouette edited for secrecy. The traditional Maybach grille is reinterpreted with dark finishes. Trim is subdued. Wheel spokes are deep gloss black with subtle polished edges that catch light only where designers intend. Proportions feel expansive and statuesque, and lighting calibrations create thin ribbons of highlights that emphasize surfacing rather than ornament. This is presence that commands space quietly. Beneath the veil, the Maybach S retains the long wheelbase architecture and the mechanical composure you expect. Adaptive air suspension is tuned for float and insouciant composure, delivering a ride that erases city irregularities while remaining composed on sweeping highways. Power delivery is immediate yet measured. Torque that arrives without spectacle and moves the car with sovereign ease. The Night Series tuning favors serenity. When you ask for pace, it responds without theatrics. Inside, the Night Series is an exercise in focused contrast and material mastery. Deep black leathers, hand-stitched details, and satin-finished metalwork create an enveloping cabin. Ambient lighting is dialed to moody, warm tones that create a private lounge. Rear executive seating options include extended leg support, deployable luxury surfaces, and integrated comforts that convert long journeys into restful time. Every control surface is reinforced with tactile precision. Technology is present but discreet. A continuous OLED display architecture is pared back in visuals to lower cognitive load. Haptics are refined. Audio systems are tuned for resolution at both whisper and crescendo. And active noise cancellation is layered with cabin isolation to maintain a salon-like hush. Driver assistance systems work quietly in the background, smoothing the commute without calling attention to themselves. What do you think of a car that prioritizes night presence, material subtlety, and sensory control over daytime flash? Does the Night Series resonate with your view of modern luxury? Comment below your thoughts. Ride and chassis calibration are central. The Night Series raises the bar for isolation and composure. Suspension micro-adjustments, smooth surface imperfections, steering is composed and communicative without being fidgety, and brake responses are progressive and confidence-inspiring. The driving experience is about unhurried authority. Detailing is meticulous. Stitching contrasts, satin-etched switches, and custom ambient zones are designed to reward extended inspection. Storage and ergonomics are laid out for ritual and convenience. Surfaces that feel good every time they are touched. Material selection, from veneer to metal, is curated to age gracefully. Positioning and ownership matter here. The Night Series is a halo program, limited and selective, built for owners who prefer restraint and presence over ostentation. Servicing is premium, with bespoke care programs available, and the exclusivity tends to preserve long-term desirability among collectors and connoisseurs. In short, the 2025 Maybach S-Night series is nocturnal elegance distilled. Dark, composed, and intensely refined. It's for the buyer who values a private atmosphere, sonic clarity, and material excellence over conventional showiness. If you want your statement to be felt more than shouted, this car delivers that language in a rare and precise way. Thanks for joining this VIP auto deep dive into the Maybach S-Night series. If you enjoyed this level of detail and the visuals we build around it, subscribe to VIP Auto for more focused reviews and high-production breakdowns. The 2026 Nissan Sentra arrives with a clearer mission. Get bigger, look bolder, and step up against the compact sedan leaders. Designers stretched the wheelbase and tightened proportions to give the Sentra a more confident stance. The result is a sedan that reads upscale at a glance while preserving practical footprint and urban agility. Exterior changes are more than cosmetic. The front fascia is sharper, the lighting signature is modern and high definition, and the shoulder line is strengthened to add presence. Updated aero touches and a lower slung belt line give the Sentra a planted look without compromising rear seat access. Under the skin, Nissan is moving away from the old 2.0-liter baseline in favor of a turbocharged powertrain in core trims, promising stronger mid-range torque and more obedient passing performance. Early manufacturer briefings and credible previews confirm turbo hardware and an Xtronic transmission calibrated to feel more like a conventional automatic. These changes are aimed squarely at buyers who want livelier on-road manners without sacrificing efficiency. Packaging gains are real. A longer wheelbase yields measurable rear legroom improvements, and trunk capacity grows with smarter load floor options. Interior materials have been upgraded in key touch zones. A mix of stitched surfaces, richer soft-touch panels, and more precise switchgear styling bring the cabin closer to near-luxury rivals. Technology is a major lift. Expect a larger central touchscreen in higher trims, more integrated connectivity via Nissan's latest software stack, and expanded driver aids that broaden semi-autonomous capabilities. The Sentra's infotainment and safety packs now aim to match segment leaders on functionality and ergonomics. Does the Sentra's bigger cabin and new turbo powerline change its value for you? Comment below your thoughts. On the move, engineers focused on stability and comfort. Suspension tuning favors a composed ride and confident mid-corner control rather than brittle sportiness. Steering has been retuned for better weighting at city speeds and improved feedback at highway speeds. Trim structure will cover value-oriented options and sportier, appearance-focused packages that bring larger wheels and upgraded brakes. A premium-style trim balances nicer upholstery, stronger sound systems, and tech conveniences for buyers who want near-luxury features without the premium badge. Pricing indications from early reports suggest Nissan intends to keep the Sentra competitively positioned, not a major price jump versus the outgoing model, while widening optional equipment to capture more shoppers. That means a sensible base price for budget buyers and higher-equipped rivals for those who prioritize tech and comfort. Safety remains central. Nissan safety shield systems are upgraded, pushing more features as standard and improving sensor fusion for better lane keeping and automated braking behavior in real-world conditions. For city commuters and small family buyers, the 2026 Sentra promises a persuasive mix: increased interior usability, sharper styling, and engine upgrades that improve drivability. If Nissan executes on refinement and dealer availability, the new Sentra could claw back shoppers who migrated to crossovers by offering sedan value with added charm. The 2026 Toyota Highlander arrives as a smarter, more family-focused mid-size SUV. This redesign sharpens its exterior, tightens proportions, and gives it a bolder front end that reads upscale without losing utility. Toyota leans into electrification here. Hybrid models use Toyota's proven 2.5-liter hybrid system, delivering around 243 horsepower and a manufacturer-estimated 35 mpg combined, while towing capability holds near 3,500 pounds. All-wheel drive is now standard across many trims, improving year-round traction and family confidence. Performance is calm and composed. The hybrid prioritizes efficiency and smooth torque delivery over aggressive acceleration, but engineers tuned the chassis for steady mid-corner control and a comfortable ride. Transmission behavior feels refined and predictable, matching the segment's expectations. Inside, the Highlander gets a new cabin layout with cleaner surfaces, a larger central display on higher trims, and improved materials in key touch points. Seating is reconfigured to enhance second-row comfort, and optional captain's chairs deliver family-friendly access and easier child seat installation. Does this Highlander finally give families the hybrid efficiency they need? Comment below your thoughts. Tech and safety are upgraded. Toyota Safety Sense now includes improved sensor fusion, enhanced lane keep assistance, and smarter adaptive cruise functions. Infotainment is faster and better integrated with wireless smartphone support and more customizable driver displays. Pricing shows a modest rise versus last year as Toyota simplifies trims and makes AWD standard. Expect the 2026 Highlander to arrive at U.S. dealerships in late 2025, with base and higher-tech hybrid options aimed at families who want efficiency without compromise.
vipauto.
Thanks for watching.
Today we're throwing the spotlight on the 2026 Toyota Hilux, the Ute that just got noticeably more savage while keeping the proven work-ready DNA owner's trust. The face is sharper, the surfacing more purposeful, and the presence reads tougher without being theatrical. Asterix up front, the grille leans into a blockier, modern-duty look. Headlamps sit lower and wider, flanking heavy, serviceable bumpers. The proportions still favor cargo and capability, but the detailing now reads premium where it counts. Sharper creases, stronger wheel arches, and cleaner body transitions. Asterisk underneath, Toyota's strategy is evolution, not revolution. Expect refined diesel and petrol options with mild hybrid assist in key markets. Tuned for stronger low-end torque, smoother pulls under load, and better stop-start refinement. Engineers appear focused on efficiency gains that actually matter. In work use, not hype. Asterisk chassis updates are pragmatic. Revised spring rates, tuned bushings, and targeted NVH countermeasures to reduce cabin buzz at highway speeds. The suspension still balances load hauling with ride comfort, think composed work truck. Not a garage-built race ute. Asterisk steering and brakes get calibration love, firmer center feel. Less highway wander and brake feel that blends regen and friction to deliver consistent stops while preserving towing control. A WD and traction logic tune torque distribution for grip first, theatrics second. Asterisk the cabin is a clear upgrade. Expect larger screens, clearer HVAC ergonomics, and more storage that people actually use. Material choices move away from only utility grade plastics toward durable, soft touches where hands meet the truck most armrests, grab handles, and center console edges. Asterisk cargo practicality remains the Hilux heartbeat. Low liftover, clever tie-downs, and a bed designed to take abuse. Tailgate geometry and bed floor treatments favor real-world work. Toolboxes, lockers, and modular mounts slot in without fighting the pickup's core purpose. Asterisk, which upgrade matters most to you on the 2026 Hilux powertrain? Tech or toughness? Comment below your thoughts. Asterisk on tech. Toyota is clearly bringing more modernity, faster infotainment, over-the-air updates for safety calibrations, and upgraded camera systems that reduce blind spots during hitching and off-road maneuvers. Driver assists are conservative but more capable, tuned to help, not distract. Asterisk off-road and TRD style variants tighten up the theme. Tougher bumpers, reinforced underbody sections, and purposeful Wyland tire packages that balance daily. Driving with trail confidence, ground clearance and approach angles are optimized where owners actually need them. Asterisk value will remain core. Pricing strategies are expected to follow segment norms, with mild hybrid and EV derivatives aimed at different buyer needs and total cost of ownership considerations. Reliability and parts access will be a key decision factor for fleet and trade. Buyer's asterisk, in short, the 2026 Hilux, doubles down on capability and usability while adding meaningful refinement. It doesn't chase flash, it upgrades things that make life easier when the pickup is used hard every day.